Hello, my name is Greg Stempel and I'm the Libertarian Party candidate for Michigan's Secretary of State. As I've traveled around the state, one thing most voters agree on is the two-party system is broken and we need more choices. Unfortunately, most voters don't know how we got into this system or how to get out. Democrats and Republicans have used the state constitution, campaign finance, and election law to create and reinforce a two-party system at the expense of independent and third-party candidates. In this video, I present the top 10 ways Democrats and Republicans create and reinforce a two-party system, with some potential solutions to get out of this mess. Number 10. Independent candidates require twice the number of signatures to appear on the ballot as a Democrat or a Republican. This threshold is so high that this year no independent candidates are running for federal or state office in Michigan. In 2018, this threshold was ruled unconstitutionally high by a federal judge when he ordered a candidate on the ballot. Unfortunately, the Democrats and Republicans in the state legislature have not updated the law. Number 9. Straight ticket voting. With a straight ticket option on the top of the ballot, voters are less likely to vote for candidates on an individual basis. This reinforces the two-party system because many local races only feature one major party candidate. Some of the best results the Libertarians have had in Michigan were in 2018, the one-year straight ticket option wasn't on the ballot. It also creates unequal ballot access for independent candidates because there's no straight ticket independent option. Number 8. The State Board of Canvassers is composed of 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. The same 2 parties that control all levels of government also run our elections. Number 7. The Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission is composed of 4 Democrats, 4 Republicans, and 5 independents, meaning the major parties have an 8-5 majority when it comes to drawing our congressional and state legislative district lines. Members of minor parties are not even allowed on the board. In fact, my wife can't even serve on the board because she married someone who frequently runs for public office as a libertarian. Number 6. Primary elections. With primary elections, taxpayers are subsidizing the Democrat and Republican candidate selection process. Primary elections also give the major party candidates press coverage and attention twice during the campaign season. The presidential primary also results in the Democrats and Republicans getting a list of everyone who voted in their primary. Number 5. Partisan local elections. Counties, townships, and villages must hold partisan elections. Why does your township trustee have to be a Democrat or Republican? It just ties local issues to national and international politics and reinforces partisanship. Cities in Michigan are allowed to have nonpartisan elections, and all but 3 have wisely chosen to do so. Number 4. The Democrat and Republicans automatically get organizations in every county. Under Michigan election law, the winner of the primary election for county and state legislative races automatically become members of their county political party executive committee. And since all counties in Michigan hold partisan primary elections, all 83 counties by default have a political party structure in place for the Democrats and Republicans. Number 3. The winner of the Democrat and Republican primary for governor are entitled to $1.125 million in public funding. The Libertarian Party had a governor primary in 2018 with 2 candidates appearing on the ballot. Our winner didn't receive any public money despite having a competitive election. Talk about a positive feedback loop, giving $1 million to 2 parties and no one else, and then wondering why those are the top 2 parties the following year. Number 2. First past the post elections. Our elections are decided by who gets the most votes, regardless of whether or not it's a majority. This is especially true in primary elections when the winner often gets 20 to 30% of the vote, meaning most voters wanted someone else to be their representative. The solution to this problem is ranked choice voting. With ranked choice voting, elections do require a majority to win. With ranked choice voting, rather than vote for an individual candidate, you rank your candidates in terms of which ones you want to represent you. If no one gets a majority, the last person is dropped and those votes are redistributed until someone gets a majority. This ensures that whoever wins an election has a majority support of the people voting for them. This also eliminates the idea of wasting your vote when you vote for a third-party candidate, because in close races where that really matters, your second choice might be the one that ends up winning. And our number 1 way that Democrats and Republicans create and reinforce a two-party system are single-member districts. We currently elect our legislative bodies, Congress, the state legislature, and county commission, by electing one member per district. This inherently leads to a two-party system. The solution to this problem is something called proportional representation. Under this system, rather than vote for one individual per district, you vote for which party you want to represent you in that body. The seats are then allocated by what proportion of the vote each party received. For example, if we switch to electing the Michigan Senate by proportional representation and increase the number of seats from 38 to 40 because the math is a lot nicer, each party that receives 2.5% of the vote will each get one senator. Right now, about 5% of people vote for libertarians in state legislative races knowing they're probably not going to win. But under proportional representation, 5% of the vote would mean 2 senators, and more people would probably vote for third parties knowing that their vote would actually count. Elections should be about representation, not just winning and losing. Well, thanks for listening. Please note, I won't be able to change these laws if I'm elected. Only the state legislature and governor can, or the voters in terms of constitutional changes. So if you like some of these ideas, please consider voting for Mary Buzuma, the Libertarian candidate for governor, and Libertarian candidates for the state legislature, because they will have the authority to make changes to our election laws. And if you care about fair and transparent elections, vote for someone outside the two-party system. Vote Greg Stemfel, Libertarian, for Secretary of State. Paid for by the Committee to Elect Greg Stemfel.